This video is about derivative. First of all, practice for finding derivative by limit. This is the formula we're about to use. First of all, we need to figure out f of x plus h. F of x plus h means for every single x turning into x plus h. So we plug in here negative 6x plus h squared plus 9 times x plus h minus 8. For x plus h squared, remember that is x squared plus 2hx plus h squared. Then we bring down this negative 6. We got to do distributive property. Then you got negative 6x squared minus 12hx minus 6h squared plus 9x plus 9h minus 8. No like terms for these expressions. Then we go to second step using this formula for derivative. That's limit. As h approaches 0 of f of x plus h minus f of x over h, so over h. F of x plus h we already got over here. Therefore, I just drop down negative 6x squared minus 12hx minus 6h squared plus 9x plus 9h minus 8. Then we got minus f of x minus. Remember, for this part, you have to do parentheses. Minus polynomial, you have to put the parentheses. So we got here that is negative 6x squared plus 9x minus 8. Then we do distributive property. You got positive 6x squared minus 9x plus 8. Remember, everything in these parentheses will be cancelled out. So positive 8, negative 8. Negative 9x, positive 9x. Positive 6x squared, negative 6x squared. Then we will get limit as h approaches 0. Negative 12hx minus 6h squared plus 9h over h. Then we reduce. You will get the limit as h approaches 0. Negative 12x minus 6h plus 9. Then we got to do the operation of this limit. We plug h equals 0 to here. Then you got negative 12x plus 9 because this will be go to 0. Now let's go to number 2. So f of x plus h equals every single x turning into x plus h. We got the 8. X plus h squared minus x plus h plus 2. For x plus h squared, we got x squared plus 2hx plus h squared. Then we drop down this 8. We got to do distributive property. We will get 8x squared plus 16hx plus 8h squared. Then minus x minus h plus 2. Then we got to use the derivative formula. That is the derivative of f(x) equals limit as h approaches 0 of f of x plus h, we already got over here. So we got 8x squared plus 16hx plus 8h squared minus x minus h plus 2. Minus, don't forget this parentheses, fx, that is 8x squared minus x plus 2. Then we got to do distributive property here. We got negative 8x squared plus x minus 2. Then over this h. Remember, everything in these parentheses will be cancelled out. Negative 2, positive 2, positive x, negative x. Negative 8x squared, positive 8x squared. Therefore, we got limit as the h approaches 0 of denominator is h. Top, we got 16hx plus 8h squared minus h. Now we reduce. We got limit as h approaches 0, 16x plus 8h minus 1. Then we do operation of this limit. We plug h equal to 0 for this expression. This will be 0. Therefore, we got 16x minus 1 will be the derivative for number 2. Now we do some practice for equation of a tangent line for given power rule of a derivative. For number 3, f of x equals negative 8x squared plus 7x minus 1 at x equals 1. First of all, we need to figure out the slope of a tangent line. Then we need to figure out the equation of a tangent line at the given point. Therefore, according to the power rule for derivative, we will figure out the derivative for the function. We know derivative of x squared, that is 2x. Let's write down that first. X to the fourth power. Derivative, you got 4x third power. Drop down this 4, then 4 minus 1. X third power, that is 3x squared. X squared, that derivative, you got the 2x. If it's x, that means 1. Therefore, for any linear function, you got the slope. And any constant that equals 0. We use this rule and we can figure out now. We got negative 8 times 2x. Then plus, this is a 7 because that's linear function. Then this will be 0. You don't have to write down. We organize, we got the negative 16x plus 7. When you talk about derivative, means slope of a tangent line. Therefore, slope of a tangent line at a given point, that is x equals 1, we need to plug in 1 into this derivative. You got negative 9. For B part, we need to figure out the equation of a tangent line. We got the slope, and if we plug in 1 into the original function, we can get the points x1, y1. Then we can use y minus y1 equals slope times x minus x1 to get the equation of a tangent line. Therefore, we plug 1 into the function. We got negative 8, 1 squared, plus 7 times 1 minus 1. You got negative 8 plus 7 minus 1. That is negative 2. Therefore, 1, negative 2 will be x1, y1. And we got the slope. That is a negative 9. Therefore, we can write down the equation of a tangent line. That is y plus 2 equals negative 9 x minus 1. This will be the equation of a tangent line at x equals 1. Now let's go to number 4. Still, we need to get the derivative. Derivative of fx, that's we got like this. X squared derivative will be 2x. So 9 times 2x. This will be negative 6. This is 0. Then we organize, we got 18x minus 6. Slope of a tangent line. That's x equals negative 2. We plug negative 2 to this derivative. You will get negative 36 minus 6 equals negative 42. Then we go to B. First of all, you need to figure out the x1, y1. So we plug negative 2 into original function. We got 9 times negative 2 squared minus 6 times negative 2 plus 2. That's 9 times 4. So we got 36 plus 12 plus 2. That equals 50. Therefore, negative 2 and 50 will be x1, y1. Then we use this formula to get the equation of a tangent line. So equation of tangent line, we got y minus 50 equals slope. It's over here, negative 42 x plus 2. This will be the equation of a tangent line.